In the world of hockey, two sticks are better than one. That's why you would find a lot of partners in crimes and dynamic duos in the world of the NHL League since it was organized in 1917. The friendship and achievements of two amazing players make the world of ice hockey even more exciting. That's why, without wasting a moment, we should delve into top hockey duos this league has given us over time. Alex Ovechkin and Nicklas Backstrom, November 16, 2007, and the whole Washington Capitals team was holding their breath. They were knee-deep into a rough start to their season. The Tampa Bay Lightning was leading, and there was absolutely nothing Washington could do. But then, something unexpected happened. A duo was born that changed the dynasty of the Washington Capitals. Nicklas Backstrom was the quiet Swedish rookie who was most probably playing his second NHL game at that time. He skated up the ice with the puck barely whispering on his stick when he saw Alex Ovechkin storming toward him as if he were a bull. Backstrom didn't hesitate. With a flick of the wrist, he sent the puck slicing through two defenders. Ovechkin caught it in stride and scored the goal. This was the beginning of their lethal connection. They stood with each other through 13 soul-draining seasons where they managed to dominate on the ice but were unable to achieve any specific achievement. However, this changed in 2018. This year, it seemed like Alex and Nicklas were hungry lions who were on the ice to prove themselves. And at last, Ovechkin lifted that long, elusive Stanley Cup. It was the symbol of their lethal duo, their unbreakable bond, and friendship that had been cherished since 2007. 9. Brett Hull and Adam Oates. After modern hockey, let's turn the clock and visit the late 80s, where ice hockey was dominated by a sniper and a surgeon. One loaded the gun, the other pulled the trigger, and shocked the whole NHL world. I am talking about Brett Hull and Adam Oates, who joined forces in the St. Louis Blues in 1989. Though this duo remained together for only 2.5 years, they became unforgettable in the world of hockey. One prominent moment of their lethal duo was during the 1991 season. That day, the puck danced across Oates' stick like it had a mind of its own. He slipped a no-look cross-ice laser through two defenders toward the left circle where Hull was waiting. He unleashed a one-timer that made everyone turn their heads toward the net. That season, Hull scored 90 goals, a number that he failed to achieve without Oates in the coming years. This fact alone tells us the chemistry and skill of this legendary hockey duo. Over the years, we have seen Brett Hull talking about Oates with respect and thanking him for his skills and friendship.
Right there with Lemieux and Gretzky as the smartest players to ever play the game. So cerebral. You know, he went to RPI, so you can't be a dunce in the first place if you're going to RPI. And he just thinks the game all the time.
Mike Bossy and Bryan Trottier. Throughout NHL history, the New York Islanders were just a struggling team with no specific achievements under their belt. But in the late 1970s, everything changed. Mike Bossy and Bryan Trottier stepped on the ice and turned this forgotten franchise into a dynasty.
See Trottier into the corner, trying to get away from Mike Ramsey. Great move, gives it to Bossy. He scores! Mike Bossy has tied Gilbert Perreault.
Trottier, the hard-nosed center from Saskatchewan, was everything you wanted in a leader. Bossy, by contrast, was soft-spoken, sharp-eyed, and equipped with one of the deadliest wrist shots the NHL had ever seen. Between 1977 and 1987, Bossy and Trottier tore through opposing defenses with almost robotic consistency. From 1980 to 1983, they led the Islanders to 4 straight Stanley Cups, an achievement that has rarely been touched since. Mario Lemieux and Jaromir Jagr. When Mario Lemieux and Jaromir Jagr were unleashed together in the early 1990s, it was as if the hockey gods had decided to cheat the rules of balance and fairness. For 7 seasons, they played together in Pennsylvania. Their partnership reached mythical status in 1991 and 1992 when they led the Pittsburgh Penguins to back-to-back Stanley Cups. It was the first time in hockey history that a team won consecutive Stanley Cups. Their one electrifying playoff moment in 2001 stole the hearts of hockey fans. In the first-round battle against the Buffalo Sabres, Jaromir Jagr delivers a masterful no-look pass from the left wing corner, catching the defense and goaltender completely off guard. The puck rockets past the goalie before anyone in the arena can even blink. Sidney Crosby and Evgeni Malkin. The story of this duo started in 2006 when the Pittsburgh Penguins were facing a dark time. It had been 4 seasons, and they were unable to make the playoffs. Tension was at its peak, and every game felt like a death note for them. During this dark time, Crosby and Malkin stepped into the team. Crosby had just completed his rookie season when Malkin started his NHL debut. Since their first game together, they have been a dominating duo that has terrorized the opposing team for almost 2 decades. Famous as two-headed monsters, they achieved 4 trips to the Stanley Cups finale and won 3 of them. This includes winning back-to-back 2016 and 2017 Cups. But this is not the only achievement of this duo. They both have gained 500 goals as teammates, which is rare for any team to achieve. What makes them even more special is their bond off the ice. They treat each other like family, often visiting each other's homes and sharing heartwarming moments with each other's children. Ted Lindsay and Gordie Howe. Now, as we are nearing the top 3 duo, I want to talk about the original dynamic duo of NHL history. Before flashy one-timers and highlight reel dangles, there was Gordie Howe and Ted Lindsay. This duo dominated the 1950s era, where they played together from 1946 to 1957, and then again appeared for one more season in 1964. Their psychic connection and high-quality skills led the Red Wings to Stanley Cup titles in 1950, 1952, 1954, and 1955. Howe, known as Mr. Hockey, led the league in scoring multiple times during his era. On the other hand, Lindsay became the first player to skate a Stanley Cup victory lap, a tradition born from his defiant pride. Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews. It was the mid-2000s, and Chicago was suffering quite badly with half-empty arenas and a decade of disappointment. Amid their bad times come the Patrick Kane and Jonathan Toews duo. Toews was the stoic Canadian captain with ice in his veins, and Kane was the swaggering American phenom with magic in his hands. From the moment they stepped onto the NHL stage, the contrast was electric. Together, they didn't just revive a franchise, they built a modern dynasty. From 2009 to 2015, they carved their names into history by leading the Blackhawks to 3 Stanley Cups. Kane scored game winners, pulled off impossible passes, and earned the Conn Smythe in 2013. On the other hand, Toews was the rock for whom winning faceoffs, killing penalties, and securing the Conn Smythe in 2010 was nothing. Not only on the ice, but off ice, their relationship is also interesting. You will see brotherhood vibes between them where they are teasing each other and bantering in the locker room. Phil Esposito and Bobby Orr. In the late 1960s and early 1970s, the Boston Bruins were changing the game. At the center of their storm stood 2 men, Phil Esposito, the unstoppable scoring machine, and Bobby Orr, the revolutionary defenseman who played like a forward on rocket fuel. They played together for 8 consecutive seasons and brought 2 Stanley Cups, along with numerous other trophies to the Boston Bruins. It includes Orr winning the Norris Trophy every season and Esposito winning 2 Hart trophies. Wayne Gretzky and Jari Kurri. Now the second top duo of our list, Wayne Gretzky and Jari Kurri. If you think they're here just because Gretzky tops every NHL list, then you are wrong. It's their incredible chemistry on the ice that truly makes them the number 2 duo on this list. These 2 stars dominated the league throughout the 1980s. Let's talk about their on-ice chemistry. Gretzky, with his sixth sense for time and space, would draw defenders in like a magnet. Then, with a flick of his stick, the puck would magically appear on Kurri's blade. Kurri didn't need to overthink. He just released, and the red light behind the goalie lit up. This continued until they didn't leave the entire NHL defense in shambles. Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. Let's fast forward to modern hockey, where a dynamic duo was born in 2015, and since then they've terrorized their opponents at every opportunity. I'm talking about Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl, who are making history with their exceptional skills and almost telepathic connection. Their chemistry has delivered jaw-dropping results. It includes multiple Art Ross trophies, Hart memorials, and point totals that leave the league gasping. Connor McDavid has played 712 regular season games, amassing 1,082 points. Leon Draisaitl has appeared in 790 regular season games, collecting 956 points. Altogether, they've combined for a total of 1,502 regular season games and achieved 2,038 points. This is a huge achievement that proves this duo is going to change the face of hockey soon. The only thing that is holding them back from achieving excellence is their lack of a Stanley Cup. Once they achieve it, this duo will be the top one in modern hockey. Which one is your favorite duo? Share with me in the comments section and subscribe to our channel for more content like this.